Hey YouTube, it's Alicia here. Hope everybody is having a great day. None other. I am here to give y'all my end of the year WWE Hall of Fame 2023 pics. And I will come back at a later date and we're going to be discussing the Hall of Fame, but I wanted to give you my picks. So I have lesser picks for men than I do women. So without further ado, let's start. We're going to start with the men in no particular order. We have Tajiri, and we have Tazz, Tommy Dreamer, the Bludgeon brothers, and I will come and tell y'all why that with that. The Guerrero family, Vampiro, the legendary Lance Storm, the Boogeyman, Chris Masters, and my top three legendary wrestlers, Rey Mysterio, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and Bautista. So let me come and talk about some of the men right quick. So as y'all heard, I have Bautista, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and Rey Mysterio. I actually believe them two, these three, it's time for them to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. And the reason I say that, that's some people I remember their career. I remember their wrestling career. I remember Rey Mysterio's career when he got started came to the WWE, but I remember his career when he was part of WCW as well. So I really say those are my top big headlining for the men division that can do that. Now, y'all heard me say Tajiri, Vampiro. Vampiro was once part of WCW and ECW, and I just think, okay, this guy is a guy that I can see part of WWE Hall of Fame. He's a great wrestler. None other. I really feel like it's overdue. Tajiri, Tazz, even though Tazz is on AEW, I really think WWE could work something out with Tony Khan to actually get to put Tazz in the Hall of Fame. Then we have Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer, probably, Tommy Dreamer works at TNA, so I really believe we can get something going on right there and get him inducted into the Hall of Fame as well. Now, before I mention, so, Boogeyman, that's somebody I actually feel like deserve to be part of the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2023. Chris Masters, we haven't seen him in years. I actually think this would be a great opportunity to bring him back and induct him as well. And let's go on and talk about three people. So first and foremost, let me say this person, even though he is deceased, I really feel like WWE should inducted him. And I'm talking about, y'all probably know him as Big Daddy V, better known as Viscera. I actually think he would be a great somebody to be part of the 2023 class. I think for all of these guys that I mentioned, including Lance Storm as well, also deserving, but these next two I'm finna mention, I'm gonna mention for a reason. So first and foremost, I have to mention the Bludgeon brothers. The Bludgeon brothers assisted of the late, it's been 2 years since he passed, Brody Lee and Erick Rowan. I actually think this would be a great time to induct him, this tag team into the WWE Hall of Fame. It would just be perfect. It would be great, a great way for WWE to honor this tag team. Now, I actually have to say this is a family dynamic I feel like that deserves to be abducted, and that is the Guerrero family. The Guerrero family has done a lot for the Hispanic. I will say the Hispanic wrestlers that has came through the WWE door, the AEW door, and TNA door, and many other companies door. So I really would say the Guerrero family as a whole should be abducted. Now, we're finna get ready to go through the women. So, yeah, I will mention some very legendary female tag teams that deserve to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Now, in no typical order, my top two I need to go on and talk about is Jazz. Y'all know me. I'm going to always put Jazz at the top of the list. Y'all know I want to see Jazz inducted into the Hall of Fame. I mean, she's well deserving. She's retired now. She does more teaching the wrestling and teaching females in the wrestling industry. And some of y'all might not know, Jazz also have trained Athena, better known as Amber Moon, and thing. And so I really feel like she is well deserving. This is overdue for her and stuff. Now, another person will have to be Victoria. If you got Trish and Lita in the Hall of Fame, you gotta put Victoria and Jazz in the Hall of Fame. Now, just bringing them up, I have to mention Gail Kim. Gail Kim is another person I would want to see from the female side, for the female side, to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. If we can have all of them up in there, we got some of the women of the Attitude Era inducted into the Hall of Fame. Okay, so let's go. We're gonna go down. So then we have Cherry and stuff. She didn't do much wrestling, but she was a valet. She did a little bit of wrestling, but not much. And she was mostly a valet. If you don't know who Cherry is, Cherry was a wrestler mid late 2000s, in the early 2000s, late 2000s. She was with WWE for no more than 3 years. So she was the female valet for Deuce and Domino, if you don't remember that. Chrissy Hemming, I really believe her time in WWE was an impact. She was a Diva Search winner, so will probably be the first they abduct anybody. I really say she is. Christy put in the work and stuff, and I remember some of her legendary matches and a pretty good legendary feud and stuff. So I really believe she's deserving. Now, we saw Stacy Keibler this past year abduct Torrie Wilson. It would be no more than appropriate to have Stacy Keibler abducted also in the WWE 2023 Hall of Fame. This is just my pick, and I can actually see Torrie Wilson returning the favor and coming back and abduct Stacy Keibler. Okay, Kelly. Yeah, Kelly, I can actually see Kelly also being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Even though she only had one, she was a one-time Divas champion, I still say she has done a lot for the company. She has always been part of the promos and promoting the company. She had a pretty good alliance with Kofi Kingston. I think some of y'all probably will remember that and stuff. And I really think that she is well deserved. If I can think of anybody that will abduct Kelly, it will have to be Kofi Kingston, hands down. Okay, now let me make sure. Terri Runnels, I really think Terri Runnels is well deserved of being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Y'all, when I say this, I say it. And last but not least, we have AJ Lee. Yes, AJ Lee is one of my favorite females that I will always remember her, how she came into the WWE. If I could say anybody to adopt her, I would have to say Dolph Ziggler or John Cena, or I'm thinking probably CM Punk, but I don't think y'all would probably want that. Let's see, Brie Bella, Brie and Nikki. I think y'all probably want that. And think so let's start on the tag teams. Now these are some legendary tag teams that I believe from WWE past that deserves to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. So the first tag team, they never had a name. It was Princess Victoria, Velvet McIntyre, and Desiree Peterson. Now, Desiree Peterson came in at a later date, but I grouped them all together because they shared the same tag team partner, and I really believe these women from back in the 80s deserves, middle 80s, early 90s deserve to be inducted. Then you have the Glamour Girls. That would be another female tag team from back in the 80s that deserve to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. The next one is the Jumping Bomb Angels. This was a Asian female tag team, but yeah, I do have some others, but because of pronunciation, I would just leave their name below. If I left somebody out, it's just due to pronunciation, y'all. And I know the last name is Kai. I think it's Leilani Kai. I think that's her name. She was part of a tag team as well. But if I can think of any of deceased legendary female who has passed and gone and haven't not been inducted into the Hall of Fame, I'll say Luna Vachon and Ashley Massaro. I really believe these ladies are really really deserving. But if I can say my top four, my top four singles, top three will have to be Jazz, Victoria, and Stacy Keibler to be inducted. But when it comes to the tag team, I say mostly all of them. But y'all, this is my picks for WWE Hall of Fame for 2023. And let me hear from y'all. Do y'all agree with my picks for the WWE Hall of Fame for 2023? Until then, I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.